More traditional Clash laner, it's a little bit different. Maybe you have the melee, you're not as fast, but that tank overcome.
Yeah, speaking of deficit here, we do see that Jing rotates the top side here as well.
Yeah, Dragon at about half. He's going to give up first blood. Easy for Feishi. Jushy is falling a little bit behind, but it's hard to keep up with the Jing, especially with that mobility that they have. Now it looks like they take a little bit of damage here, and Jushy's in a bad spot. He's going to be focused in, but he's barely turns it around. He has the shield, and he says, Feishi, where you go, and takes him down. Blacklist International.
Like a lot of the game, and he has the green light, which is obviously that solid front line from the Floorboard tank and from the Earthshaker as well. He's able to kind of have a leeway and free roam into these team fights just by spamming that basic attack. But early game for either of these two teams has any real potential here, but Lu using the Unbridled Outburst, it's actually not
the Tremor Smash. Chaz has to flash away. It's going to take a couple shots on this one. The Universal Law is going to do a little bit of damage. They find Golden Kite, and now they're going to turn it into a bottom T1. Kagendra with the play, but Blacklist are trading for the Overlord here.
Yeah, trade for the Overlord, potential go for the T1 into the top side of the map there. Chami's still working away at that one like a roll well worker, but at the same time, it's going to be those Wings of Judgment that just really drive away Senko into any kind of means of trying to come back here, but the T2 takedown as well. Kagendra really trying to open the lot.
Yeah, will also bring in the Sanctify so that you can potentially get more levels. I would think that you would probably want to...
Definitely having a bit of a lead here so far, and definitely looking like it's Blacklist game to lose here.
The Wings of Judgment just looking to zone Jushy. He's going to actually plant down the flag to stay alive, just deal with the minions. Chaz is still there as well. Kagendra tried to...
Any kind of real advantage that Kagendra have down to the bot side, especially on
they
that
decided to go in Feishi, just going for that mirror domain. Finding Golden Kite, doing a decent amount. He's at half-life. He's going to be dashing out, and Soleil's going to be taking out a lot of that damage from the front line, and he gets gone on. The Tremor Smash is potentially looking to go. They find Zod in a bad spot. He's going to be picked off. Golden Kite just barely staying alive, and they find Soleil as well, and Chami won. This is why he's an absolute monster on the Umbrosa, as the damage that he's got, taking them all down from the back.
Yeah, Zan slowly falling here as well, potentially the mid lane falling as well, but more action going on. Justy just being a bit of a bait here.
Yeah, well, Justy baited himself, I think. A little bit of a misplay. His positioning was just off on that one.
I don't know. I think it's method to the madness, you know? Like, hey, I'm going to lose my life, but you still got to... Still, we are in this game. Kagendra, it's not going to stop them anyway, because, I mean, T2 top side is definitely being pushed by the minions, so Blacklist needs to start tending that farm a little bit more better here.
I think they're going to sacrifice this one. I mean, the Tyrant is already in half. The Wings of Judgment looking to zone. He's not really hitting the mark. The Tyrant actually gets leashed back in. The reset is going to happen. The top is still continuing. It's been kind of dealt with by their own minions, but here's the Universal Law doing a little bit of work. But the steal from Lu! He takes it away. Justy trying to get the revenge. They actually find Soleil, the nice two-man knockup. And it looks like Chaz will sacrifice his own life as he goes for that first frame, but they find Zan. The Wings of Judgment now will continue to zone, but they got, I think, what they wanted. It's gonna...
Hey, they're all young boys. Let's not talk about wrinkles, okay? It might throw them off their gameplay. Like, they don't need to be concerned about wrinkles. Just be concerned about this match number 4 here.
Yeah. I mean, for us, okay, it's a little... I'm allowed to say wrinkles, but obviously not for the boys here. But they're going in. Justy, he's going to get back to that mid T1. But this Overlord is potentially going to be the next big target. Kagendra are looking to at least fortify around it for now.
Yeah, looking just to kind of formulate around this one. Maybe they get to steal this time around, but it's going to be that double smite from obviously Feishi as well. Yeah, a great win rate, obviously devastating ultimate, huge utility, and a steal there for the Crimson Golem goes over to Lu, so just in a nuisance as well.
About the little things, but Kagendra down about 1K. This is still not in a great spot for them because Blacklist have been farming so efficiently across the map, but now they're going to use the Wings of Judgment. Again, just trying to keep this T1 alive, and they will yet again because their wave clear is pretty real.
Denko's a proper troublemaker for these tanks onto the side of Blacklist, though. Like, you see him drop them. So we get the burst ram over the wall here from Chaz, just trying to scare away the Rose Fence's Soleil, but they're looking to contest this Tyrant. They've not really had the biggest break here by Blacklist International, but Feishi.
Right. Yeah, they actually go in. Justy actually has to use the Blood Rage. He will be kind of just backing off. Sorry, with those shields. I mean, the Tyrant is actually about half. Nice little burst ram. He wants to kind of go, but where's the rest of them? Chaz was all by himself with that Universal Law. He goes down, and the Tyrant was picked up by Feishi. That was a disaster for Blacklist. With balance, you need to rein it in just a bit.
Yeah, speaking of balance, I mean, this is definitely going to be the off-balance of Blacklist here, as obviously we see Kagendra's minions pushing bot side and top side of the map here as well. They need to surmount some kind of ultimate defense here from Blacklist, or they're going to lose these T3s.
Yeah, and they're trying to go for this one. Nice tremor smash on it too, but where's the follow-up? The Umbrella Outburst is going to be used by Lou, and now they turn it around. Chaz is looking a little bit low on this one. He dodges the Universal Law. Joshy's there as well. They're going to be backing off. They weren't able to get any sort of catch.
As maybe was going for the goal of just getting rid of that Unbridled Outburst, right? Expecting that they were going to think, oh, Lou's going to pop this down. Everyone's going to run into Kagendra.
That's exactly how you want to play it. That's what you want on your team. Always ensuring that he stays alive and he's not really at risk. And again, Blacklist, if you're looking at the draft, one weakness is, again, they don't really have a great initiator. Everything, like the Leon Poe from Chaz, is kind of like a secondary one. You don't want to be letting him start things off, especially since you've got that Unbridled Outburst there. Justy's trying to be that guy, but again, he's really not doing too much. And now they decide to go. Senku goes a little bit golden. The Tremor Smash is not really going to connect. Senku gets a little bit low on this one, but it looks like they find Feishi. Senku finally falls in the end. They get the nice little burst ram and the control out of Soleil. They're looking for him. They're trying to chase him down, but they don't have the control. And now Dragon flashing away. Soleil looking to be strong, tries to go for Golden Kite, tries to go, but he actually gets picked off. And now with the Vanguard in the top lane, I think that's going to be it. But Justy falls. They got 3 members from Kagendra.
Down, and obviously Senko finally met his maker as well after using that Splendor as well. This could definitely be what Blacklist needed to get themselves back onto the Gorge here, because looking at their base, it's in a dire situation here if they aren't able to get some kind of comeback here.
Looks like with that Wings of Judgment just took his own. The Umbrella Outburst and the steal!
Oh, no!
The push away! Feishi gets it with the smite over the wall. He was just barely there in time. Really well played by Lou. Have their own Sage's Sanctuary, so it's going to come back to the reses as the Tempest Dragon is now up.
Yeah, trying to just focus that top side of the map there. Just try to put some pressure on, trying to get Sule away from that one. But to be honest, for the side of Kagendra, they don't need Sule. They just need Feishi. They need Lou to try and get that steal.
They need to protect the top lane. They cannot have the same mistake that they made in game 3. They cannot be caught off. And now Chammy 1 is being chased by Soleil. The Tempest Dragon, look at Chammy 1 continuing to go. Soleil has hit that late game, and on this Charlotte, it is a bit scary. He's kind of like a melee farm laner in that sense that he does have the net worth to really do some damage.
Oh, absolutely. The net worth, the goal, the play style as well. Sol has it all. But at the same time, obviously, they're looking for the reset here onto the Tempest Dragon. Chaz actually put in a lot of work here onto Feishi.
Yeah, doing a decent amount, but with that Sage's Sanctuary, they know that they're not going to fully commit. Justy, on the other hand, does need to be careful. And now here's Soleil, finding Chammy 1 in the mid lane yet again. Everything on a knife's edge. Who's going to make the first mistake?
We see the Feishi as obviously
they find him! Oh, they find Soleil! Oh, Chammy 1 and Golden Kite, they had enough burst, and Soleil thought he was going to be fine with the mobility and the dashes, and now this is a huge opening for Blacklist International. Chammy 1 goes right to the top lane. Again, it's all about that pressure, opening up an avenue of attack. The Tempest Dragon isn't the end-all, be-all, but Golden Kite now being focused, it looks like he's going to be falling down. That's going to be Sage's Sanctuary, but the turnaround, Zod is somehow still alive. Nice Tremor Smash. Sage's Sanctuary using the return, but they've already gotten Golden Kite. The double kill by Feishi. Chammy 1 in the top lane doing Chammy 1 things by continuing his split push, playing the macro game. Here's the Sage's Sanctuary for Justy. That one's been popped, and it looks like he's going to be picked off as well. And now with 3 members down, Chaz is still somehow alive. He's going to be back in the fountain, but now Chammy 1 was only able to take the top P3. The Tempest Dragon is open for Kagendra.
But look how beautiful that was, though. Like, obviously, they had no minion wave in the mid, bot side, or even top side to actually make a big capital on that big team fight. I mean,
but now they need to somehow hold. This is going to be very difficult. The Tempest Vanguard doing a little bit of work. That top T3 is already under siege. They've taken the mid one, and Blacklist International, again, being pushed back. It looks like that top T3 will fall in the end. Kagendra right now are looking to just close this one out.
There's got to be not overzealous, right? Obviously, Kagendra of old will literally just take a fight and like literally whiff it here, but at the same time, Blacklist are going to hold on for another 30 seconds. That's a lifetime.
It is definitely a lifetime, but now the Universal Law used in return with the Wings of Judgment to kind of go, but now Justy, he's in a bad spot. He was being focused, but he's tanking enough. They have a nice little bit of control. Chammy 1 needs to be a bit careful. Soleil is looking to go for this one. Golden Kite needs to stay alive. His positioning needs to be key, and it looks like Kagendra are not really willing to overcommit. They're gonna slow siege. They're gonna poke and prod. And now Blacklist International, they need to make them pay. Again, another Wings of Judgment. They're not able to find the right targets. They deal with the Vanguard. The Crystal is taking a little bit of shots. And now the final frenzy. Chammy 1, Bill still staying alive. Jushy's there. Oh, nice little Trevor smash on a 2. They're gonna look to turn with that first time, but they go for the Crystal. And it looks like Kagendo will take game number 4. And they say, not just yet, Blacklist.